Welcome to the first video in my series on budget Tarkov builds. I'm going to talk a bit about modding, talk about economics, and basically make a cheap gun for you. Like, you know what I mean? Let's get you something that's a little bit saucy at the end. We're going to start with a budget build for under 50k. Today we're going to turn the SKS to something nasty to make it a little mean. So we're going to do one for under 50k. Then we're going to talk about making it cheaper. If you are level 10 with the flea market, then we're going to talk about making it saucy at the end. Like, we're going to turn this into a beast. Okay. So let's start with buying the SKS. First, Prapor, level 1, SKS, 23k. Mechanic, level 2. Now this is the only dealer you need leveled up for this build. If you don't have the flea market yet, this is the only thing you actually need leveled up. We'll buy the Tapco Intrafuse stock for SKS. We'll be buying the Tapco Buffer Tube. We'll be buying Tapco Saw Style Pistol Grip for SKS. At Peacekeeper level 1, we'll be buying the KAC Vertical Pistol Grip and the high standard M4SS stock. So that does use American dollars. So we do need a few American dollars in this. So now we just throw all that shit together. I like just doing it through the modding system. So we can go to the gun build. We were going to change the stock to the Tapco. We need to add the buffer tube and then add the stock on the end. I've got some other stocks in my stash and the handle. Now this gun right now is usable. We go to save, you can use that. So you can just add those parts and make it even cheaper if you want to. Now, I recommend definitely adding the handle on the front. It's going to make a big difference. Now, this is done. This gun costs less than 50k. This part about this gun is that it can put most EPKs on it. It's a nice little sight. You can find them all over the raids. They're unavailable to buy early game from the dealers, but it's still going to have a nice sight. So let's just compare stats on that really cheap quick gun. On the right, we have the standard SKS. So ergonomics. So ergonomics are basically how fast you move, turn, recover stamina, lose stamina. And going from 46 up to 76 is a massive improvement, guys. Alright. Vertical recoil, we've dropped it down by 155 to 122. Horizontal recoil, we've dropped it from 340 to 268. So now we're going to look at difference in spread of the SKS. So we can see this the gun we just built. And move right next to it. It's a lot less recoil. It may not seem like it, but it does feel a lot less recoil, and it does come back to center just that slight bit quicker. So now let's say, right, you've used this gun in a couple of raids, you've made, or one raid even, made your money. Now you want to make your gun a little bit better, you know, even better than this. Like, this is a very basic mod. Turn a very, I know a lot of people don't like semi-autos, but like for me, they're a lot more accurate. Get that headshot, it's a one done. You don't have to worry about like a lot of recoil. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna change a few things around on this gun, make it even better, and then we're gonna talk about making it even better with two sights. At the end of this video, we will talk about ammo as well. We're talking now, before I start this section as well, I'm assuming you're going to have the dealers unlocked to a point. This is no longer a basic. Peacekeeper level 2, we're going to grab 20 round mag. Jaeger 2, we're going to grab the SKS thread adapter. Skier level 3, we're going to be grabbing the Zenic R1 foregrip. It's my personal favorite. You can grab any of these other foregrips. It just depends on what sort you want. Now, I prefer the less recoil over the ergonomics. It's just what I like. I want to be able to hit you as many times as I can accurately. So I grab the Zenit RK1. Next, we want to grab this GLR Fab Defense stock. Next, we want to grab Zenit DTK1 compensator. So now we chuck all that in the gun. Again, I prefer using the mod screen. Some people like dragging on themselves, but we will add the GLR stock. Change that foregrip to the RK1. We'll add the thread adapter, and then add the muzzle brake. And last of all, we also want to add the mag. So again, at the hideout, trying out the new guns. Start with the original SKS. Now to the new SKS. A lot different. A lot different. As you can see, guys, that is a lot better. Like, a lot better. So we've just changed that initial SKS into a beast. Now, we're going to even make it even better now. So, let's say you've used this gun. We want to turn it into something else. So, basically, use this gun. You might pick up some SKSs around the map, but there's also the OP-SKSs, the hunting rifles. Now, we're going to grab one off the flea market real quickly. Because you can get guns off the flea market very cheap, par level 10, and you can pick them up in raid. Yes, that's got all the parts I want. Purchase that. First thing you want to do is go to Jaeger level 2 and buy the dovetail mount right here. Then you want to head to Peacekeeper level 2 and buy the NC Star backup mount. We also want to grab off of the flea market the Belamo PK reflex sight. Now this is a bit pricey, but it's worth it. And last of all, head to Peacekeeper level 1 and buy the Zenit PSO scope. Now basically what we do is we transfer everything from this gun onto the OP-SKS, and you guys just wait and see how nasty it is. So we remove all the parts. Then have a look at our SKS. So we're going to change the stock. Same as the first one, the tube. We're going to add the GLR and the handle. You have to just move space. And the handle, thank you. Change the mag to the 20k mag. Add the RK1 foregrip. The thread adapter is already on. So here we're going to add the backup mount. And then we're going to add that new sight to the backup mount. Then we're going to add the dovetail OP-SKS mount. And then on top of that, we're going to add the PSO scope. So now we have a OP-SKS Saucy. So the reason I have this is because when I make builds, I save them. So you can go into your mod settings and then go edit preset. Save as Saucy SKS. Now you can do that at any stage of this build that you like. So that initial gun that we first started with, you can save it to get to the point that like you're only going to spend 50 grand on making this a lot better. Now let's go to the hideout and have a look at how this one plays out. Okay, so first of all, again, we will go and play with standard SKS. Now we're going to look at my saucy invention. So first of all, we have the Kilometer. But then we can also use it as a long distance scope. So now we have the dual. So now let's have a look at the recoil. A lot better. Now let's have a look at these guns next to each other. Ergonomics are up, so the gun lets you recover stamina. You can run longer. Its sighting range is longer. It's gone from 155 vertical recoil down to 95. 340 horizontal recoil down to 208. And on top of that, you have the bigger mag and the 2 different sights. So now let's talk about ammo for this gun. The PS ammo is available at level 1 and is going to be absolutely fine for early wipe raids, especially in that early build. If you're early building that gun and then go into early raids, PS ammo is going to be fine. Starting moving into mid game of the wipe, BP ammo is basically all you want to run in it. It's available around the map, so you'll be fine finding that stuff. T45s are viable, but I just move with the PS unless you really want that trace around. Looking at this ammo chart is a bit more visual than just the stats. Twitch.tv/JigTV made this. I found it on the internet. These are old charts, but they do give a perspective. So coming into the green triangle, we're looking at the ammo. Your PS and your tracer are going to punch through level 3, but are going to be a 2-tap to the chest. The BP will take it to that next level of the 4. Now, late game, probably don't want to be running this when there's like level 6s around, but this is absolutely fine gun for a headshot with that secondary scope anyway. Just on a final note, can probably pick up any of those parts off the flea market for cheaper. Do it. The SKSs originally they can go for down to. I got one for 10 grand last week, rather than the 23 from the paper. So definitely check and look out for a cheap deal on this stuff. But that gun is going to be absolutely vital in your extraction escape from Tarkov. Thanks for watching my video. Follow me on socials, TikTok, hit that subscribe button here on YouTube, and I'm live on Twitch most days.